Yeah. Oh, yeah. This Monday it's a holiday Monday. Holiday Monday. Yeah. I got me some rest today. How about you? Did y'all get some rest today, man? I did. And I needed it too. This weather changing making me tired of it. What's going on, man? But I know it's time to get it in. So let's get to it. China in the chat first tonight. What it do, China? Honey B. Lee. What's up, Karen? Miraculous came through. Latuda. I'm looking for Linda Rose right now. Where's she? Facts 100. My main man, Willpower. What it do, champ? Edith. How you feel, Edith? There go Karen. How you feel? Cozy Curry. Empty Head Records. Beth Mikey. Loretta Rogers. What's up, Andrea Davis? Kimberly Ortiz. Rachel Woo. What's up, Elaine B? Pickles. What's up, Pickles? Janet Cross, Jay Waters. Williams. What's up, Audrey Adams? Just like Candy in the house. Anita Joe in here. What's up, Patrice Bean? Audrey Adams. Feedback. Yeah. Dawn Casaza. What's up, Audrey? My main man, Stan. What it do? Keisha Spady. Sunshine S. KBE 162. Anita Joe. Forever Lovely. Portia always in the building. What's up, Sean Birch? Little Sosa. Beyond Bless. Dawn Casaza. Speedy Riders in the building. What's up, Beth Mikey? Purple Goddess. Linda, where you at, Linda? I'm looking for you. Speedy Rider. What's up, Lisa? Layers World. Good people. I've been having a couple people reaching out to me saying they can't comment in the chat. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Let me see if I can handle this another way. Because, yeah, I don't want people to feel like we can't come into the chat. Something ain't going on the way it's supposed to be going on. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah. How's everybody tonight, Layers World? Shout out to the sponsorship in the house. My main man, Save It for David. Hey, Connie. Mwah. Yeah. We got to shout out the sponsorship, y'all. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure some things out. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to figure some stuff out here, y'all, in the chat. That's all. Everybody come on in. Hit the like. What's up, Ren? How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? Librarians in the house? Yeah. Yeah. Linda, I am trying to figure this one out right now. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Trying to figure it out. Trying to figure it out. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, guys. I'm learning a little more every time I start playing with buttons. So, everybody on this Monday. Ah, boy. Pro Bricky, exclusive, Dr. JW, all the way in Australia. Thank you so much. Tell them, show some love. Smash the like. Pow. What's up, Jasmine, Felicia? Y'all ready? We might as well. Ready or not, let's get to it, right? I know how I'm gonna fix it. I just can't do it on this one. I gotta do it on my phone. So that's how we're gonna do it. That's all. That's all. We getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, guys, we getting there. Everybody hit the like. Come on. 58 likes. Come on, y'all. That's half of us. Can the rest of us participate? Participate, family. Well, like I said, we're going to go straight to it. Tonight's session, as you can see how I titled it, you saw it and didn't believe it. You saw it and you didn't believe it. And if you didn't believe it, that means you did not accept it. You did not accept it. Wow. Guys, that means you're going to continue to live with it. Continue to live with it. You saw it. It was right in your face. It was right in your face. You saw it. And I don't know about you, but let me tell y'all what I said. I'm right there with you, Empty Head Records. I'm going to tell y'all what I said. I said, nah. Nah, ain't no way. No way. No way. Thanks, Verna. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I know you not trying me like that. There's no way you tried me like that. No, I said, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Your move. Yes, I did. And doubled down on it. Doubled down on it. Doubled down on it. Said, not only did I do it, but watch me. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. And again. And I'm going to one more time. No, not one more time. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. Why? Because you don't believe that this is what I'm doing to you. You don't believe it. Family, I can see I'm talking to you tonight. I'm talking to you this evening. Man, we saw it. And then, whoa, man, that's really something, guys. Y'all know that's really something when someone is doing something and they're doing it right in your face. They're doing it in a place, they're doing it so you can see it. You see it. And you just like, ain't no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You're saying I see it, but it's no way. You're saying there's no way. Absolutely no way. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting calls while I'm on the mic. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got my phone in airplane mode. My bad. Trying to figure this one out. Trying to figure this one out. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it. I saw it. I know what I saw. I saw it. I know that was what it was. That is what it was. And I still don't believe it. I saw it and listen. Not only did I see it, whoo, boy, this is going to hurt right here. Not only did I see it, but I lived through it and still don't believe it. Guys, lived through everything crazy that you could think of and still don't believe it. Nah, it's no way that's what I was in. It's no way that I lived through that. It's no way this person tried me like that. And it's no way I put up with that. It's no way I put up with that. It's no way I put up with that. Repeat after me, everybody in the chat. There is no way that I put up with. It's no way I put up with that. It's no way. There is no way on this here earth, this here wonderful planet, that I put up with something like that. There's no way. I know I didn't. What was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? What frame of mind was I in? What was it? What frame of mind was I in? Because I can't justify to me any longer. I can no longer justify to myself having dealt with something that crazy, that abusive, that toxic. I cannot justify to self what put me in a frame of mind daily, not only to put up with that, to live with it, to plan a future in a place that toxic, because I didn't believe it. I said, no, that must have been a freak of nature. That you know what? That happened, but it was a one-time thing. It was a one-time, that's what it was. It was a one-time thing, and they know what they did, and they would never do that again, right? Come on, y'all. That had to be the reason that they did what they did. But it's no way they would do it again, right? Huh? It's no way. Huh? There's no way that the person would do this again. They and they're sorry for it in their own way. That's what it is. Huh? They didn't apologize. They didn't apologize, but I can feel it. They're sorry for what they said, for what they did. They went through a rough patch in life, and growing up, they went through a lot. Hmm? We saw it. We looked right at it. We ingested it every single day. And now, when you look at it from the other side, it's still the exact same feeling. When you look back at it, it's still the exact same feeling. The feeling is still going to be disbelief. Guys, that feeling of disbelief is something that I don't think we ever escape that. I don't think we ever escape that part. I don't think we ever get to a place where you start accepting it, because to accept that reality, to accept the reality that the person that you're dealing with, the person that you're with, the person that you're calling spouse, wife, husband, whatever you're calling that person, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, exclusive, yeah, it's new words out here now. Whatever you're calling the person, you're in disbelief. You're in disbelief that the person that you care about, the person that you think that you love, the person that you think you love, you're saying there's no way. It's no way you doing this to me. It's no way the person that I care about, the person that I'm building this future, and then you listen, then we just put it to the side. You know what? I'm not even going to focus on that. They're going through something right now. So what I'm just going to focus like I've been doing. I'm gonna keep and continue to focus and look forward and find um and be the bigger person. I'm just going to focus and be the bigger person. They will have to acknowledge they're wrong at some point. At some point in this, they will have to acknowledge who they are. At some point, they will have to. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we will walk through this feeling, this delusion, the land of Delulu. We will sit there and embrace the delusion that this person isn't doing what they're doing. Nah, they didn't mean that. They didn't say they're sorry. They just came back and said something like, "You hungry?" After they put you down, after they kick you, after they do everything they do to you, they don't say, "I'm sorry." They say, "You hungry? I'm going to the store. You want something?" Because it ain't no need sitting around here just keep on going through this. Now they want to make it seem like you the one. It doesn't stop. They're going to make it seem like you are the one that's making us go through this. You the one. You're the one that's putting us through this. Woo, man. Man, guys, you cannot make this kind of crazy up. After everything they've taken you through, at the end, at the bitter end, they gotta make it look like it's you. You the one. You're the one that's starting all of this. You're the one that's feeding this craziness. You're the one doing all of this stuff. Everybody came in late, hit the like button. They are going to blame you for destroying the relationship because you react to whatever they do. They know they cussed you out. They know what they called you. They know they told you you weren't what they really want to be with. They know everything they told you. They remember. They remember exactly how they set you up for the takedown. They remember. And yes, they still will say, we not together because of things both of us did. It wasn't me. What about you? And you disrespecting me and you calling me this and that. And you sitting there having that crazy conversation. But you started it though. You started it. Fact of the matter is, a lot of us, we question, when did the cheating start? When did that start? Man, it started as soon as they could start it. It started at their first opportunity. We get caught in this mindset. We do. We get caught up in this mindset about when did the person start to do this and when did the person start to go left? The first opportunity. See, you and I, especially me, we didn't get in the relationship to be that way. Okay? We didn't. So we're looking at the person and we believe that the person would conduct themselves the way we did, that something major had to happen for this person to entertain and start to entertaining other people because everything between us was great, right? I was treating the person with love and respect and generosity, and we trying to give our best. And that person, guys, especially if you have somebody that's really charismatic, those are the most deceitful. Because on one hand, everything can be cool one day, and you're thinking that everything is cool, and just out of nowhere, we in an argument. And you're trying to figure out, like, what are we in an argument about? What are we in an argument about? Like, why is this happening? You get to the place where you get scared. You get scared. You get to a place where you get scared to even just be alone with that person because you don't know who's gonna show up. Every time you're around that person, you don't know what they got going on. You just know they're yanking your chain, and then you start to kind of back away a little bit because you're trying to make sense of it. You like, hey, you know what? Let me just back away. Let me just regroup. There you go. Let me just regroup and figure this out, right? Let me try to figure this out. Let me figure out why we're going through this. Let me figure out what this person has going on and why do they want to argue? Why do you want to fight with me? And we look at it like that because, guys, we're that way. We're like, look, man, if I'm not trying to be bothered with you, I ain't about to start a bunch of arguments and fights. I'm gonna just say, hey, man, you know what, babe, this ain't working. I just ain't feeling it. Why are you not feeling? Babe, I'm just not. We arguing all the time. We going through this crazy mess, because other than that, we are feeling it. But the narc isn't. The narc is not feeling it. The narc is feeling like, man, look, it's some other contestants in my inbox. I was shooting my shot at somebody today. That's what the narc is thinking. I was shooting my shot at somebody today. Yes. That's how they look at it. I was shooting my shot at somebody today. And yes, it's about to go down. And I need you to back up. I need you to back up and move over, go that way. And let me just, let me go ahead and figure this out over here. Because this person, they're coming on strong. Remember how we felt when we met? That magnetism? Well, yeah, I met some other people too. And, I'm starting to entertain them. So that magnetism is like, it's strong right now. And I want to see what's going on. This person really wants to be my biggest fan. And you already arguing with me. So you don't see me the way this new, well, not so new, but this other person is seeing me. You don't see me the same way. This other person is seeing me and they elated, they happy with me. They ready to, they ready to go through some things that you're not willing to go through anymore. The narc is looking at the new person like, man, look, I can get lost for a few days with this person. I haven't told them all the lies that I'm going to tell them. So they're excited about it. They're excited about this new situation. It's not that the person is new. It's just that the way they are entertaining the person is new. It has that new feeling. They had that new feeling and it's like they can't resist it. And they can't. They cannot resist it. They're sitting there like, man, this feels, oh my goodness, this feels so good that I'm going to have to cut you off. This person over here can take so much punishment. I'm going to have to cut you off, babe. I'm going to have to cut you off. Now, they're not going to say it like that. They're going to show you. Because they're going to take you through things that are intolerable. They're going to start out with, you already know, they're going to disappear. They'll start out just disappear. Let me disappear for a day or two. Just set the environment. I'm going to set the tone. Start out with a disappearing act on you. Okay, see how you work with that. And this is how cruddy they are. Okay, this is how cruddy they are. After they disappeared, so they disappeared for a day or two, they already know how you feel about that. Guys, I'm going to tell you, man, you got to be a treacherous, cruddy, dirty, grimy crutball. When you married to somebody and you just disappear for a few days, you a cruddy dog, man. You married to somebody, just disappear for a few days. And come home. Good God. Come home and start an argument. And looking at you, guys, listen, don't think they're coming home with no story. I had to get away from you. I'm tired of the arguing. I need some time to get myself together. And I didn't want you to know where I was at. I didn't want you to know where I was at because I don't need you disturbing me. Huh? I don't want you disturbing me. And I'm tired of this. And let me tell you where they went. They ran off with the other person for a couple days. Because, guys, I know while you sitting there struggling and y'all trying to pay bills and do this and whatever else y'all trying to do, the narc is somewhere with somebody else. That whole struggle life with you, they are not with it. Okay? They are not with it. They are in fantasy land with this other person. Hey, baby, let's just get a room for the weekend, and I just need some, I just want to be around you. That's all. Let's just get a room and let's get out of town. Let's do something, right? They are looking, listen, guys, they are looking, searching. This is for everybody in here. Whenever you're with one of them, they are always searching for someone who is going to allow anything, who is going to allow everything, someone who is not going to question them. Okay? Someone who is going to, hey, babe, did you have a good time? I missed you. They're looking for somebody that's literally going to not have anything to say when they disappear for a few days. And we are beyond that. You guys already know we are beyond that. You are not going to be able to sit there and pretend with the narc that we cool. When they don't show up at home, they didn't make it home for the weekend. No, we're not going. It's not going to be a cool conversation. It's not. Hey, what's up, Shar? It's not. And they know it. And they come back to the house. They come back to the house and they feeling like, look, I don't even want to be bothered with you no more. So frankly, but see, guys, what we don't see is, because see, you're taking, and guys, remember, when this happens, it's going to happen and it's going to blow your mind, because the first time it happens, it's going to be something that you never would have expected. The first time it happens, you're like, ain't no way this just happened. That narc knows when you woke up that next day, when you woke up and had to face a day after not sleeping, listen, after not sleeping all night long, because you did not get no sleep that night, and the narc knows it. They know you did. They know you blowing their phone up. They see you blowing the phone up. They done turned the phone off. And they somewhere smiling with the other person, the new test dummy. They laughing at you. Yeah, I bet you learn how to treat me next time. That's the kind of stuff they're saying. That's the kind of stuff they're saying to the other person. Yeah, I bet they'll learn how to treat me next time. I know they home wishing they treated me better now. They think it's funny. They think it's cute. They really do. When they're sitting with the other person, they're laid up in their arms. They think it is cute. They do. They think it's the funniest thing in the world, looking at you and that destroyed feeling in your eyes. That destroyed feeling. that you feel. They're looking at you and they're saying, man, yeah, yeah. I bet when I come back home, you gonna act different this time. Yeah, they're saying you're gonna act different when you see me again. But see, the reality is most of the time, it's so much pain has been inflicted on you. You ain't ready for that. Guys, nobody can prepare you for that level of betrayal. Nobody. That's when you go on that diet. You can't eat, you can't drink, you can't sleep. Yeah, your lips are white, you're licking your lips all day because your mouth is dry, you cotton mouth because you ain't had nothing to drink. You can't eat anything, you just you don't know what you're going through. That narc knows that. They know what you're going through. Oh man, they are calculating, they are cold-blooded with it. And guys, I'm saying this because I want you guys to really pay attention to not only what you went through, right? I want you to pay attention to how low, how dirty this person had to be. I want you to pay attention to how dirty this person had to be in order for that person to take you through what they took you through. And then for us to just say, all right, I'm going to try it this last time. I'm going to try it just this last time. One more time. I'm going to try it, but, but you better do right this time. We sitting here giving this person another opportunity. I'm going to give you another opportunity to dog me out one more time. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to just tear my life apart, to tear my life down because, I just don't appreciate my life. I'm going to give you one more chance, right? Guys, we're literally sitting there saying that to this person every time we give them one more chance. And we sitting there saying the whole time, wow, I saw it. I saw what they did, but I just don't believe that's what's in their heart. You gave them another chance because you didn't believe that that low down cruddy dog was really that trifling. You said it's no way. You say there's no way this is what's in anybody's heart. It's no way. No way. They just going through something because of what they grew up with, something crazy. They grew up with something crazy, and that's why they're doing what they do. You can't believe it. And guys, you can't believe it, and you're so ready to dismiss it. That's one of our biggest issues, man. We are so ready to just let me just dismiss everything. Okay. Let me just dismiss this thing. I'm just going to dismiss it. I'm going to dismiss everything that I saw, that happened, that I lived through, because we don't want to, guys, nobody wants to live in that turmoil. None of us. Nobody wants to live in that turmoil. So we try to hit the override button. Let me just override this mentally because I don't want to feel this way. Excuse me. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to believe what I'm actually going through is happening to me. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to believe that this is truly what's happening. So, Maddie. Hey, Katie. We don't, man. And when you don't want to believe it, that's when they're going to stick it in further. That's when they come in to rob you. Because now they see. Now they can see. They know what they did to you. They know you felt what they did to you. And now they just standing back. Now they like, okay, I got somebody else over here that's going to help me through this. That's going to help me dog you all the rest of the way through. Mm-hmm. See, that's what kind of cowards they are, though. That's what kind of cowards they are. They gotta go get somebody else. Weak, cowardly bums. They can't do, they're not strong enough. Y'all often, they talk all that talk about, now, if I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna just leave you and I ain't gonna just cheat on you. No, I'm gonna just cut this off, get myself together and go on and, go on. They always paint that picture like they have some level of integrity. And we believe it. Nah, they said that they would do it this way. They swore they would never do that. They would just leave. Well, they lied again. Because they did not just leave, because they will not just leave, because they cannot just leave, because they're too weak to just leave. I said it to all the narcs out there. You're too weak to just leave. Just leave. Just leave the person alone. Go ahead out there. You know what? I'm going to just go out here and use my low self-esteem and get with somebody else because I ain't happy with this. They will not, because they cannot, because they are not strong enough to do the right thing. Yeah, okay, the relationship ain't working. Okay, then let's have a civilized conversation about it, and then you go your way, I'm gonna go mine. What's up, Ursula? They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because they are too weak to do anything on that level. They are too weak to do anything on that level. Mm. Guys, if you think for one second that, somebody's going to come into your life, start the abuse and start the lying, the cheating, and then just stop. Realize you're an incredible catch. You're an incredible person to be with. Let me stop before I mess this up. I'm telling you today, most of us already know that that's not true, that that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen with one of them, especially. That's not who they are. That's not what they do. What's up, Keisha? It's not what they do. That person is going to push that agenda. They're going to push that agenda. The agenda is to completely destroy you. And then they run off and get somebody to help them do it. They go run off and try to get somebody to help them push you off the cliff. They just want to see you in pain. They want to see you suffer. And we sitting there like, well, why would somebody want to see me suffer that I'm doing everything for? Why would the person that I don't co-sign, that I'm giving money, that I'm giving my body, I'm giving my mind, I'm giving my spirit, I'm giving this person everything. Why would this person want to destroy me? That's what we're thinking. And that's why we don't believe what they're doing. That's why we can see it and still not believe it. We saw it. And we don't believe. We like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you doing me like this. Not after what I just did for you. It's no way. It's no way. Yes, there is a way. And the narc has figured that way out. They don't care what you did for them. They don't. They don't care what you did for them. Let me get to these super chats, guys. Trees Bean, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you getting us started. Trees Bean said, my daughter and I, yes, he did it with my ex-narc friend right in my face. I didn't see it. But my gut told me different. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that gut ain't never lied. One thing I tell you, nobody has ever made a confession that their gut feeling lied to them. Never have I ever heard that. Yet, we don't listen to the gut. My main man, James Jordan. Appreciate that super chat. Champ. Yes, we do. Raylene. Thanks for the super chat, Raylene. Raylene said, Narc had his whole family reach out. Shaking my head. When is this going to end? Raylene said the whole family done reached out. When is this going to stop, man? It's been 2 years now. I don't have anything for these people except the truth. Raylene, what did you think? Raylene, what did you think? That one day they were just going to say, nah, you know what? She wasn't about nothing anyway. You don't need her. Oh, man. I like I said, y'all, when you don't want to be bothered with them no more, you ain't going to be able to get rid of them. Hey, Raylene, I ain't got the answers for that one. When you don't want to be bothered, you never get rid of that fool. That's just kind of how it works. Empathic Shar, thanks for the super chat. She said the first time they disrespect us, whatever that thing is, mental abuse, cheating, etc., will be part of the dynamics of the wow. It's going to be part of the dynamic of the relationship from that point going forward. They have now introduced cheating into your relationship. And it will be a daily part of your relationship, guys. Yes, it will. Because that's who they are. That's who they are. That is what they do. Keisha said they hate happy people. From childhood, they enjoy seeing people in pain. They were the bully giving wedgies. That sibling beating on the younger one. That thief, that cheater. Just wicked on tests. They cheated on tests. They just wicked. Because that's just who they are by their nature. That's who they are by nature. Wow, China said had a whole core system of narcs along with them and her trying to bring me to my knees. All of them weak cowards. Only made me stronger. They just want you to buckle. They want you to break, guys. They want you to break. They do. They want you to break. They want you to feel some type of way. They want you to feel like you can't make it without them. They will do anything and everything. Everything in their weak power. And guys, you ever notice this? They never use that power. They never use that power, all the power that they have. They never use it to do nice things, to create something beautiful with you. They don't feel like they have it for that. They don't feel like they have the power that they do have. They feel like, hey man, I should be using this and working this against you. Mhm. That's how they feel because that's who they are. That's who they are. Deep down inside, and guys, we don't believe most of the time. We don't. Most of the time, we don't even believe that this person is really this bad. We don't. We don't believe this person really is this bad. And they're far worse. They're far worse than your worst nightmare. I'm going to tell you that. Far worse than your worst nightmare. That's right, Chandra. They never use it to make their lives better either. Excuse me. And we just have this assumption. We have this assumption that, you know, we have this assumption that eventually they get better, eventually they turn it around, eventually they'll get it together for the right person. Man, I think that's the biggest lie we ever told ourselves. They'll get it together once they meet the right person. And then we start believing that the person that they ran to was the right person. We really start believing the person they ran to is the right person. This is the person that they're going to do right for. This is the person that they're going to stand up and, you know, be everything I wanted them to be. They're going to take it all to this person. After I worked so hard, so long, I guarantee you one thing. I personally guarantee everybody in here one thing. And that one thing is that, guys, they ain't ever. You're gonna be waiting forever if you think they're ever going to treat anybody with some respect, love, dignity, concern. If you think that you are ever going to see them relationship with someone, to being in a respectful, loving relationship, you are going to wait forever if you think that they are ever going to indulge in something like that. I'm telling you, you lost your mind if you believe that. They are not built from that. They are not cut from that. They are not attracted to that. They're not even attracted to that kind of relationship. They're not. A narcissist is not attracted to that kind of relationship, y'all. They're not. A narcissist is attracted to chaos because that's all they bring to the table. No matter what you guys have a relationship built on, you thought it was built on some chaos because that's what's going to take it down. It's going to be constant chaos. It's going to be chaos day in, day out. It's going to be deception. And guys, but for you to even have that thought in your mind that somebody going to get that together. How? Tell me how. How are they going to get that together? You out here treating good people bad. You treating people like, everybody owes you something. How are you going to make that happen? That's what I want to know. How are you going to make that happen? How is a narc going to stop? How is a narc going to get to a place where they finally got it together for this other person? I'm asking the question tonight. Because that's what we believe, y'all. That's what we believe. We believe that the devil can stop being the devil. We believe that a liar will sometime, at some point, will tell the truth. Guys, what you believe in is bigger than a fairy tale, because you believe that a cheater will go on to the next relationship, they'll just never cheat again. You believe a liar will go on to the next relationship and never lie again. And listen, this is all based on what? What is it based on? They will never lie, never cheat with this new person. Why? Tell me why why they not gonna cheat on the new person. Anybody got one? Hmm? Anybody got one? Why would they never lie to the new person, the next person? Hmm? Why won't they cheat on that person? Y'all be thinking that because the person stayed there, because the person making it look like it's a real relationship, the same way you did. You did the same thing. You tried to act like y'all had something special. You tried to act like it ain't what people can see that it is from the outside. And you tried to make it look happy. You lied in those pictures, smiling like yeah, we got it together over here, baby. Yeah, yes, yeah, we did that. We all lied. Come on, we sure enough lied, and now we think that this other person ain't lying. We think that this new thing that they found was the wheel, that was the sliced bread over there. They really changed. They really did it for somebody. We believe that, man. We get in it and we believe it. And we sitting there looking at it and we saying, man, you know something? That they sticking together. They've been together for 2 years now. 3, they've been together about 10 years, man. I guess they finally got it together. That's how we start thinking. We don't even be thinking like, wow, I remember when I was in that long. Good God. Yeah, one day you're going to see it. One day you will see it, guys. One day you're going to see it and you're not even going to want to see it. When it's your turn to see what they really live like, what they really put that other person through, you ain't even going to want to see it no more. You're just going to be just in a different place mentally. That curiosity, though, it does eat at you. It can eat at you. If you still really wanted to know. My thought is like, man, get to know for what? Get to know for what? Because yeah, I could get to know, I could find out at some point this, that, or whatever, but what do you really get out of that? The satisfaction that the next person got dogged way worse than you did. A lot of y'all don't even sit there. I know most of us don't believe it, but it's true. The next person getting dogged and they deserve it. Most of the time they deserve it. I ain't gonna say all of them deserve it, because all of them didn't know how the narc was doing you. All of them didn't know that for real, that the narc was in a relationship. Now, some of them did know. And the ones that knew, man, they deserve everything they get. And they getting it. Whoo, they getting it. They are getting, and they haven't seen the tip of the iceberg. They haven't seen the tip of the iceberg. They're getting it, and they're going to keep getting it. Because the narc has them in that endless cycle. That endless cycle of figure me out. Whoo, boy. Y'all remember that one? Figure me out. Y'all remember that game? The narc tries to play with everybody. They're gonna play that game with everybody. Figure me out. Figure out what makes me tick. Yeah. Woo, man. And then by the time they figure it out, man, it's gonna be way too late. By the time they figure out, it's gonna be way too late. Man, oh man. By the time they figure that narc out, it's gonna be too late. Guys, they're gonna be so deep in. And it, just like we went through it, they're not going to believe. They're not going to believe that this is what this person is really doing. They're not going to believe it. And you want, guys, you're not even going to believe it. You see it and you know that for real, you know you dealt with a dog. But what you see them do to the next person, man, oh man, you're going to say, wow, I went through it with that joker, but I ain't go through all that. Damn. Watch. You wait. You just wait. It's coming to you whether you want to see it or hear it or not. Eventually, those little fruits, they start falling right back over there again. And I'm saying this, guys. One of the reasons that I know that it happens just like that, one of the reasons that I know they get everything that they tried to give to you, everything, is because that's one of the rules in life. That's one of the basic fundamentals of life. Everything that you do, everything that you do will in turn be done to you. For every good deed that you do, for every bad deed that you do. Prove anybody in here can prove me wrong. I'd love to see it. Because a lot of people try to, well, no, I don't, the universe really doesn't work that way. Yes, it does. It works just like that. People don't want you to believe that because, see, if you believe it, then you know. If you believe it, then you know this is exactly what's going to happen to that person. Oh, wow. Everything they did to me, they're going to get that back with extras. Guys, the world we live in, this devil wants us to believe that, nah, it doesn't happen that way. Some people get away with bad stuff. Some people get away with doing wrong all the time. No, they don't. Nobody gets away with it. Nobody. Nobody. You can't name one person, one spirit, nowhere that did something and got away with it and did not get repaid for it, for what they did. You cannot name anything, anyone. You cannot. Thanks for that super chat, Keisha. Mwah. Keisha said, remember the brain scan. We cannot forget that brain scan. Them with no brain activity in areas that make us, that makes us human and love. Whew. It's like expecting a blind person to see, y'all. Whew. God would have to give them a new brain the way he grows out limbs. He would literally have to just give them a new one. And last time I checked, man, I don't even think they can do a brain transplant, can they? Can they do a brain transplant on somebody? I don't think you still be the same person with a brain transplant. I don't think our science is that sophisticated yet. I know they try. I don't think they can work that one. Again, at the end of the day, guys, we start believing in anything, man. We do. We start believing in anything. Out of pain, out of grief. We do, man. We absolutely do. We start just buying into it. And for nothing, for absolute nothingness, we buy into it. These people have shown us nothing about how they gonna get it together, how they got it together. They show us nothing. They give us no imprint like that. And we will believe it and believe it. And we will think, no, maybe my situation ain't that. Man, listen. Surviving NPD said they reward you internally, intermittently. Ooh, intermittently to keep you hopeful for things that for things to go back to the way it was at the beginning. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't we always just wish that? Can we just get back to that place when it was good? And I'm going to tell you, I sometimes wonder, was it that it was good, or was it just that it was okay? And the bad is so bad that when it was okay, it seemed like it was beautiful. Because their bad is the worst you've ever experienced. Their bad is truly the worst any of us have ever experienced. You haven't experienced anything like that before. None of us. Good gracious, is he going to land over here somewhere? He's getting close, ain't he? There is no one out here, guys. No one out here that's going to stand up at any point in time and say that this narc is such a beautiful, wonderful person. And every day I've ever spent with this person, it was wonderful. Only maybe at a wedding day when they lying. I mean, they gonna lie, man. Don't let the lies deceive you, though. When you hear these people talk and you're like, oh, wow, they must have changed. They must have changed. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't. And I can guarantee you they didn't. They got worse. And the other person is getting it worse. Worse than you ever got it. Worse than you ever got it. The other person's just sitting there like, man, it's no way that this is true. It's no way that this could be real, that somebody could be this bad. No way. It's no way that somebody could be this ignorant, this trifling, this crazy, this bipolar every single day. There's no way. Yes, there is a way. Remember, y'all, you saw it and you didn't believe it. You saw it and did not believe it. I saw it and didn't believe it. I saw it. I'm still sitting here like, man, who was that? Is this camera on? That's stupid. Like R. Kelly was saying. Is this camera on me? That's stupid. It makes no sense. Oh my goodness, man. That, guys, you're not going to see it. You're never going to see it. It's never going to stop waiting for it. Stop waiting for it. Stop holding yourself up. Stop holding your life up, man. Because that's all we doing. Trying to figure out if the narc going to ever get it together. You ain't doing nothing but holding your life up. I know that you put a lot of work into that project. Is this camera on me? Woo, I know that we put a whole lot of work into that, right? We did. We put a whole lot of work into that, man. You'll get it, but you don't get it from them. You get it back, you don't get it from them, no. You don't. You don't get it back from them, man. And for everybody whose mind is made up, we're gonna be amicable. I say this for some specific people that are determined. We're gonna be amicable. One day we're gonna figure this out. I'm not cutting that person off because we have a child or we have children together, so we have to be amicable. And you want to look this way for your community. And some of y'all still feel like they're family. We just don't want to cut everything off. Because we had a good relationship with some of their family members, right? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You can't control that. You cannot control that. You have a good relationship and a good rapport with some of her family members or some of his family members because of the person you are. Okay? The only people a narc is going to have good relationships with, man, this is crazy. In your family, they're only going to team up with people that really are looking for your downfall. So when you got family members that's looking and waiting on your downfall, those are the people that the narc, will form relationships with. Now, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Those are the people they seek out. They're always looking for that person that, is going to double team, that's going to tag team, that's going to give them information, give details about you. Not to say they have to, because really, we give up all the details. We do. We give up all the details. We let them know everything they need to know. We live our lives like an open book, man. And I'm going to tell you, I take pride in that. I take pride in being able to live my life like an open book, because when you got to live your life always hiding stuff, that's the narcissist. Everything in their life, they're hiding it. They don't want people to know what they did to you. That's why you think they're gonna let you meet that new person? You got to be crazy. So you can expose them? You lost it. No. All the lies they told that new person about you, there's no way you're gonna mess that up. No. Oh no. Nah, man. All the cheating and backstabbing they doing to you. Nah, they're not gonna let you see who the person is so you can run tell this new person, they lying on me, right? No. Because then that new person they might start listening to you. And then the narc gotta go find another crash dummy. And that's not that easy to find out here no more, y'all. That's not easy to find out here no more. People, I'm saying men and women, are like, nah, that's all right. When as soon as they see something look a little shaky, they like, nah, that's all right. Nah, you go ahead. Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing. I'm gonna chill over here. Because nobody's signing up for that pain anymore. Nobody is signing up for that pain. That's how it is. That's right, China. You gotta live your life like an open book, because people gonna find out the stuff you try to hide. That's the stuff people gonna find out and judge you behind it. But when you just have it right out there in the front, But see, a narc, they can't live that way. They cannot live their lives openly like that. Because if they did, and everybody would know, like, okay, if you deal with this person, this is what's going to happen, then they would be lonely forever. So they cannot do that. They can't. No, they won't. They won't. Nah, you got to convince people to sign up for that level of disrespect, that emotional plane crash. Man, That's what I imagine being with a narc. Like it's like being in outer space and the plane you in is falling down to earth and just falling and spiraling. It's just you just like, wow, man, when is this gonna end? When is it gonna stop? Every time they seem like it gets back in control, and boom, here it is again, falling again. And you just like, man, come on. You know, get off the plane, young people. Get off the plane, man. Get off the plane. Hey guys, we're gonna jump out of here a little early tonight, man. It was wonderful on this Monday, holiday. I got to sit home today and chill a little bit. I'm feeling a little better. I'm in here washing clothes now, man. Listen, y'all. For the London family, I see y'all in the AM around 7-ish of my time. I think it'd be 12 o'clock y'all time. We're gonna do what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see y'all back on Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel. And I'm gonna leave you just like I came in here with nothing but love, peace, and soul train. See y'all on Wednesday, good people. Peace. I'm out.